Hey, teacups, welcome to another live episode of Tea with Teash podcast. I'm your host, Teash, and today for an amazing tea, we have Miss Chef Tregaye, baby. And if you are not fond of who that is, where have you been? She is everywhere. She's cooking, she's doing her thing. Listen, we get ready to get into it. I see Miss Lady, she's tapped in. I want to give her a proper introduction before I bring her on. Like I said, Miss Chef Tregaye is doing her thing in Atlanta. She's doing her thing via television, you name it, she's doing it right now. She is a cookbook author of Kitchen Conversations with Chef Tregaye Fraser. I hope I'm saying that last name correctly. Forgive me if I'm not. She is the chef at Auburn Angel in Atlanta. You got to check her out. She is OWN's first food show chef, which is her show, Tregaye's Way. And if you don't know what OWN is, again, where you been? Oprah Winfrey Network. Get into it. Also, she is on the show Cake-a-Likes on Discovery Plus. She's also the first African American woman to win Food Network Star, winner of season 12. So let me grab Miss Tregaye so that we can get into it, honey. Share this live and go out and get this cookbook. You're not going to want to miss it. Hello.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
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 So you guys are in the mountains today, huh?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
this
that's right.
cabin background. Yep.
Okay, y'all couldn't have threw me in the car. I couldn't have rode.
Listen, I'm here on the half relaxed, half work capacity.
Yes, I love it. You deserve it, honey. I was giving everybody a rundown on your bio and who you are, and I don't think they really know. So if you don't mind, tell them who Miss Tregaye is, baby, because I've tapped in, I've tuned in, and I know people that watch every show that you've done. They're following you on all platforms, and they are in love with your food.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I am Chef Tregaye. I'm now known as Chef Tregaye Wright. I am married to my husband, Tyrone Wright. I'm a cookbook author. You did say it correctly, of Kitchen Conversations with Chef Tregaye Fraser, but Fraser's kind of like my stage name, like Ike and Tina Turner.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
My old last name, but you know what? People seem to hold on to it,
Okay,
so it is what it is. Look, my husband don't mind, so I don't mind, right? Um,
okay.
let's see what else. Cookbook author. I have a show called Tregaye's Way. It is powered by the Oprah Winfrey Network, but it is now airing on Prime. I have about 30 episodes of Best Thing I Ever Ate. I'm the only African American woman to win Food Network Star. I have a catering company here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I also now own Auburn Angel with my partners, Robert Budd and Asa Fain, in the Atlanta area on Auburn Avenue. And yeah, I'm super excited. I think Auburn Angel is my latest little baby. So I'm excited. We do happy hour or grazing hour every single Thursday from 4 to 10. We also, my partner does fine dining dinners Thursday through Saturday and brunch on weekends. And then
Hmm.
I am launching my premier breakfast and lunch service on March 4th. So we're going to do it big. Y'all got to come out March 4th. We giving free donuts, gourmet donuts, not just any
Okay.
donuts, okay?
She
And
said
you're
they
gonna
look
be
not the cheap.
all right, and you're gonna be able to experience the new menu and the new rollout. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Well, I'm definitely proud of you. Like I said, we love to see everybody win, but it's something about our culture that's doing it and they're vibrant and they're living in their purpose. And you've taken the cake. So I did see that you have 4 premium seasonings that can be purchased on Tregaye'sPlace.com.
Yes,
I
you can
want to
get
get
the
into it.
yeah, you can get the spices. I got a barbecue spice. I got an all-purpose spice, a cinnamon spice. You can also get the plant-based butters from there, as well as my merch. So one of my slogans is "Hey friends" or "Eat, Love, and Slay." And I have the hoodies and the joggers. It's cold. Go ahead and get you a little hoodie right quick.
Okay.
Aprons, little tote bags for when you go into the grocery store. You remember back in the days, grandma just keep all the grocery bags under the
Yeah,
refrigerator. I mean, under the kitchen.
we do
Well,
that now.
just get you a reusable bag. I don't know about you, but
Okay.
I'm tired of these grocery bags
You
all
know
over the house.
what
Um,
though? They just for the trash can though, like the little disposables. We just use them for the
right,
bathroom trash can.
right, yeah, yeah. Got my chef knife out. Yeah, I'm working on a lot of new stuff. I got my cornbread line out. Also on cheftregaye.com. If you go there, you can learn more about my nonprofit, my Junior Chef Summer Camp that's coming up. I got to start working on that real soon. So,
You
yeah,
are
a lot of good things.
busy.
Hmm.
Girl, so busy, and I'm so proud of you. Um, I visited Atlanta in November for PyCon. I did media there, and it was such an amazing time. And for some reason, I'm gravitated so much to Atlanta. I just feel a lot of love out there, and people love on you real big from the South. So I'm thinking of this relocation for next year, and hopefully I can come down. We can get a few bites in because when I look at your food, I'm like, you know what? I put this weight on, but if I get it off in time, then I won't put so much back on because I'm gonna have to eat.
That's
I'm gonna have
it.
to
That's
do it.
right. Take it off to get to put it back and take it off
Yeah,
again. It's fine.
yeah,
It is totally fine. Absolutely.
for real. So when did you know you could really burn in the kitchen? Like a lot of people, they cook around the house and things like that, and it's good enough for the family. Everybody's full. But when did you know that you had it?
I think in high school, when I decided I want to cook, anything I decide to do, I just go full throttle for
Yeah.
it. And at the time I was trying to decide what I wanted to do in my life. I think I wanted to be a brain surgeon at the time, and
Okay.
then I realized how long you have to go to school, and school's not for me.
Okay.
It's actually a no for me. It's very long. It's very boring. It's not giving what I need.
Okay.
Um, mm, and I'm an artist. And I remember at the time my grandmother told me if I wanted a cell phone, I had to go and get it myself. So
Okay.
I went and got a job. I was a housekeeper, hated it, but I used to pass the kitchen every day. And it was
Mm-hmm.
something magical about that space. The smells, the sounds, people, which is an energy that was kind of like almost undeniable that let me know that this is where I belong. And then when I had the opportunity to actually start cooking in the kitchen, and then I really got even more excited. I've always been excited about food though, because my grandmother cooked every day.
Uh-huh.
Like we never had leftovers. And you know what? My grandmother is really who inspired me to do food fusion because I do Southern food fusion. I cook food from 27 different countries, but I always add a Southern flair to it because that's
Girl.
she would experiment with things. I remember one time, girl, she tried jerk for the first time. God rest her soul, my sweet grandma. And child, she put jerk on everything.
Oh, girl.
Jerk spaghetti, jerk shrimp, jerk chicken, jerk everything. My granddaddy was like, okay,
I
enough
know
with the
you was
jerk.
like, we are jerked out, ma'am. Like, are
So
you serious?
but even though I was jerked out, it was very inspiring. It was interesting for me to see how you can take an ingredient and just flip it in so many ways. It
Yeah.
was so interesting to me. And you know what? It kind of tapped me into a space where I got more excited about food because I was able to say, whoa, okay, I can really inspire people to eat food
Yeah.
differently. I can really inspire people to go to the grocery store because I can really teach people how to take food that they already know and like take it to the next level. So
Uh-huh.
that's I think where it all began. Hmm.
Okay. Well, I love all of that. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are pescatarian, vegan,
Hmm.
things like that. And I'm sure you have some really good vegan and pescatarian options in your cookbook, correct? Okay.
Yeah, we got some vegan options, we got pescatarian options, we got global options, we got kid friendly options. Pretty much everything in there. You know what? The cookbook is a book. I like to say it is a book with a lot of great recipes, but it's really a book full of stories.
Yes.
So it's a motivational book. It's a journey. It's much, much more than a cookbook. So I don't want people to not buy it because they're like, oh, well, I don't cook. It's like, it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
about the cooking. Essentially, Kitchen Conversations is about all of the kitchens of my life, um,
Okay.
how they inspire me and in what way. Um, from my grandmother's kitchen to, becoming a mom to college to, my Food Network career.
Yeah.
Each area tells a story.
Mhm.
So that's what the book is
Well,
about.
I definitely want to make sure that I get it because I know that sitting at the table, that's really the time of the day where you get to discuss your adventures of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You get to be open and transparent with your family. And what better place to do it than at the table where you're eating good and then that conversation is flowing. So
Right.
I definitely want to get a copy because, of course, my husband is the cook. I'm not ashamed to say that. But I just think opening our palates to even more.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I keep the weight off because it looks like my face is chunky again. That's neither here nor there. Um, so, what is your favorite meal to make when enjoying family time? Everybody has their thing, but what do you like to make?
You know what? I always tell people, choosing your favorite food to make is like choosing your favorite child. You just don't do it. You normally love them each for a different reason.
Yeah.
But my favorite food to eat, and I think I make this dish at least 5 times a week.
Okay. What is it?
It's tacos. It's so simple, but it's everything. You know why? Because tacos is the only food that can really mesh well with my bipolar taste buds. You can put anything in a taco and it's gonna taste amazing. Like
Especially a
anything.
chicken one.
Right? It's a vehicle for deliciousness. Like put
Girl.
something and put some toppings on it, and it's just gonna be right. It's gonna
Yeah.
hit every time. So yeah, tacos.
Okay.
We love tacos. In the house.
All right. I definitely want to see what's tea with, like I said, chicken tacos. I am a fiend for. So I'm gonna just keep track and see what's going on. That way I can see what you put, so I can see if I can mock it. If I can't mock it, that's fine. I can come down there and eat whatever you make. Cause
Right,
I love a good old chicken taco.
right, right. Okay, okay. Well, I'm
Love
down.
it.
I got a new
Yes.
project coming out that I can't really say the
Okay.
name of it and it's doing, but it'll be on Vizio really soon. And we're gonna be doing some fun recipes, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Shout out to my boy. I see my boy Eddie Zamora on there. What's up,
You
Eddie?
are
Um,
rolling, honey. It is not to be taken lightly, girl. Look at you. Seriously. That's amazing.
it's gonna be
Because
good.
I can't cook like you. I mean, I do enough to get by, but child, you everywhere. You all over the TV, and ain't no telling where else we gonna find you at. So I'm gonna have to pop out so I can see what's really going on because I'm hungry. So, what's your most recommended dish? A lot of people love a good old pasta. That's what got me in trouble yesterday. But
hmm
what is a dish that's so much like a go-to for you, if any at all?
I don't really have any. I
Okay.
mean, if it's towards my clients, it's whatever they want. Um,
Okay.
I don't like to box myself in.
Yeah.
If you have noticed by now,
Yeah.
I don't like to say I do one particular thing because I don't. I don't like to say one thing is my favorite because it's not.
Yeah.
It depends on my mood. It depends on what I'm doing. It depends on what's in season.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been loving playing around with like whole fish and stewing it and frying it and pairing it. I'm excited to get started on some smoky items. March 7th, we have an event that is I'm super excited about where, since we're talking about smoking and things like that, where we're doing at the restaurant, a wild game dinner. So
Ooh.
it's going to be like wild game meats,
Uh-huh.
like quail and rabbit and alligator. And I think we're also doing venison and goat. So, of course, we'll still have like the chicken and the fish,
Yeah.
just in case people don't want to try it. But I'm excited about that. So I'm excited about working with di- different products in a different way.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So you know what? I just get excited about whatever my client wants. I get excited to make them excited. I get excited to have them try something that they love.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. But when they have it from me, it's almost like they love it even more.
Hmm.
It's almost like they find a newfound love for it because they didn't realize that, if you add this to it or add that to it, it's like, what? What's that? I know I
Okay.
love it. What's that?
Yeah.
That's
So
my.
basically, you are always exploring new ways to hype something up. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I'm
I
always
love
finding
it.
something to do. Doing the same thing is boring to me. So.
It is. It is. And you can definitely not feel complete if you're not eating something that hits the spot. We
Mm-hmm.
all know it got to hit the spot for me, especially if I'm taking the time to make it, or if I go out to purchase it, or
Yeah.
even for those that make it. It has to hit it for you. So,
Right.
let's see about the grazing hour at Auburn Angel. Now, you did let us know the time frames and things like that. Is it a true turn up? Because there's no place that you can really go in Atlanta that does not turn up. They have something going on. So, like music vibes and things like that. Can we catch all that in there?
Yeah. You
Okay.
know what? I will tell you this. It's a if I had to describe it, it's a classy um grazing hour,
Okay.
right? It's a
Yeah.
classy happy hour. It's a place where if you worked in a law office and you wanted
Yes.
to get off and just enjoy a cocktail and a nice vibe and some good music, it's a place where, you just kind of hanging out. It's Thursday. It's like, let me just go catch a vibe, get some
Yeah.
good little. It's not a hookah vibe.
Yeah.
It's not a Hennessy
Right.
vibe. It's not a we're turned up outside, it's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do we get busy? Yeah. Does it get a little packed out? Yeah. But it's still like a good, feel good, kind of chill vibe when
That's
you go in
good.
there.
Okay,
Mhm.
I dig it 100% because being in my 40s, a turn up to me is somewhere where I can really relax, not have to
Mhm.
see no foolishness going on. I can eat a
Yeah.
good meal, have a good cocktail, and I love live music. I'm really more of a jazz girl now,
Mhm.
so that works for me. I just wanted the people in the back to know exactly what was going on, but a
Mhm.
lot of us that are in our 40s, near 50s, and on, we like a different type of turn up, and to me, that's the thing.
Mhm.
So
You
I'll
know what
definitely
was
make sure.
interesting is at Auburn Angel, every now and again we'll have a DJ, every now and again we'll have some type of entertainment, but for the most part we just have our music playing through our system, but we choose the genre. Like last week it was R&B, and so we just play R&B all night.
Oh yeah,
Um, we don't necessarily always have live entertainment because it's about the food and beverage.
yep,
We should have come there for the food.
mm,
We don't want to be like all the other restaurants that has to be gimmicky.
yeah,
You have a sparkler on every dish.
girl,
You know
that'll
what
wear
I
me
mean?
out.
Everything has to come out with dry ice and smoke. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
We want the food to speak for itself. We allow the space to speak for itself.
yeah.
Walk in, there's a beautiful, probably about 5, 6 foot grazing table sitting there,
That's
that you can't touch.
amazing.
Yeah, it's an action station that, I curate, the charcuteries as the orders come in. But we also have a nice light by Chef Robert. But it's actually a collective day. So Chef Robert and myself and our pastry chef, we put together a beautiful menu. So the appetizers, I'll put together the entrees, he put together, and then the desserts Meg puts together. And then I also do the grazing hour, so the grazing stage charcuterie table. We have crafted cocktails. We always have one special cocktail that's like $8
Uh huh.
for special. But the other ones, they range between 15 and $18. But the drinks are drinking. Okay, they're amazing. They're
Because
very
that's what we
handcrafted.
want.
Yes, handcrafted. We also use a lot of local um, vendors for our bar, like Atlanta-based vodka, Atlanta-based bourbons. But we also use black owned, like we use Uncle Nearest. So we try to make sure that our crafted drinks are special. There's nothing against the Hennessy's and the Tito's, but
Right.
uh, we don't really want to do that. So that's just what we do, and we like to keep our brand what it is, and we
Mm,
just like the food to speak for itself. And I think it's been doing a pretty good job of that. When people leave, all they can talk about is the food and the energy,
yes.
and that's what I. So
Okay.
yeah,
I love a good atmosphere. Like I said, we love a good meal, we love a good vibe, and we love a grown space where
yeah,
there's no foolishness, but it's just amazing to be in. Because a lot of us work really hard. Like outside of all of this, I work for a hospital. So when I'm out of there, I've taken care of everybody for the day. I just kind of want to relax and take care of me. And
right.
so that's how that goes. So I'm definitely going to check it out the next time I come down, give you a good old hug and say, hey, Tregaye, I'm down here. So, what is the largest party that you've cooked for? Because I've seen that you put together some brunches now.
Yeah.
So, what's the largest party that you have whipped and dipped?
Maybe 1,000,
Ooh,
1,000.
girl,
Yeah,
did you
we
look
did
at
a
it in
box.
the beginning and was like, I can't do it. I don't know.
No, it wasn't too bad. We did a box lunch for a corporate company couple weeks ago. It was about 850 box lunches. We holidays are big. We do a lot of sometimes we'll do 1,500 people in a week. It just depends
Yes.
on 'cause I do a lot of corporate catering, so it just depends on what's going on. But we get busy.
It
Hmm.
sounds like it, girl. I'm sure you have to get you some cornrows at some time. Just anything to not be hot and sweating because you moving and you trying to get everybody taken care of. Then you got to holler out orders, and it's just a whole thing in there.
Yeah, but it's a good time. Now at
Yeah.
the restaurant, we do about 165. We can fit in the restaurant at a time at a seating about 165 inside and out. We do have the outdoor patio, with the smoke and grill out there. It's a vibe. It's a real vibe. And you know what? It's such a historic place because it sits right on the corner of the historic Auburn Avenue where all the things happen. The marches, Martin Luther King's right down the street.
Yes.
It's just a historic place to be, and to be able to have this I say partially black owned
Yeah.
restaurant. Me and my partner are black, but our brother Ace, he's black on the inside.
Okay. I understand. I understand, honey.
His children are black, so he's one of us.
Okay.
But to have that in a space on such a historic place, the building is historic. It used to be a barbecue shack. It used to be a rib shack, and
Okay.
that was there for years. And we built it back up from the ground up, and just made it a beautiful space. So I get excited to be able to be a part of history and to be able to be a part of that corner is a big deal.
It sure is. Like I said, stepping out and being amazing, not being mediocre, and having a great purpose behind what you're doing because you
Yeah,
actually love to cook. You actually
yeah,
love to service others and to see the expressions on their face when they're like, oh my God, this is good. We coming
yeah.
back. So
Mhm.
that's got to be really rewarding for you.
It is. It is. It is. I'm so grateful to be able to be in a space to provide something to the community. There's no other restaurant like ours that's doing the upscale fine dining, that's doing casual fine dining, that is
Mm.
bringing what we are bringing. It's really nothing in that area like it. So I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited for people to learn more about it and just come catch a vibe with
Well, you
us. So
know it. You know it. For all the people in Atlanta that follow me and that I follow back, make sure that y'all tap in because Chef Tregaye is on the scene.
yep,
And for the people that are here in Kansas City that go down to Atlanta frequently, make sure you tap in
happy.
because I'm definitely going to. So, and
Yep.
she might want to take a picture with you. I don't know, but when I get there, I'm gonna make sure I get one. So, that's how that is. So, how rewarding was it to cook for the staff at Scottish Rite Children's Hospital? Preferably, well, not preferably, but announcing the TICU department. That had to be something.
Yeah, it was beautiful. You know what? The nurses in the TICU department, and for those people that don't know, it's where the little babies are in the ICU. And those nurses, and doctors, they have to be with those babies 24/24.
Yeah.
Um, and they can't leave to go home, and they're missing out on their holiday meal. So it was beautiful to be able to go up there and to really support them and to really, be able to give them a beautiful meal. We did a big charcuterie table and breakfast,
Woo.
and they were surprised. They didn't even know I was coming.
Oh.
The staff didn't even know I was coming. So they were just like, "Who's this for?" I was like, "For you." They're like, "For me?"
Okay. I'd have been like,
Oh yeah, it was really nice, and I brought so much food, girl. It ended up going past the TQs, to upstairs, downstairs.
okay.
Other doctors and things like that were able to enjoy it. So it was nice. The name of the restaurant is Auburn Angel. It is on 302 Auburn Ave Northeast in Atlanta, Georgia. It's called Auburn Angel.
Make sure you tap in, honey, and give us tea on it. So let me see. How amazing does it feel to have your own cooking show? This ain't no run of the mill stuff where every day you wake up and you're a part of something amazing like that. Because I couldn't imagine having my own. I mean, I have my own show, but a whole production and just stuff going on. I'd probably be crying every day, like this is really happening for me. So, how does that feel?
You know what? It feels pretty good. I mean, I've been in television for over 10
Uh,
years.
uh,
So I'm at a stage in my television career anyway where I kind of look at TV just as
yeah.
advertisement. It's fun when I do it, but In between the time I get excited about, it's really more so the opportunities it provides me
Yeah.
after, the show airs and the things come out. I think Tregaye's Way, though, was my most prized TV possession or
Yeah.
thing that I've done, is because it was my first show that I actually co-produced. So, like, all of the people that were on the show were my friends, my
Yeah.
real family. The recipes were my real recipes that I created. No network created them for me.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
amazing.
It
Yes.
was all of the scenarios and all of the events that we did throughout the 2 seasons of Tregaye's Way were all curated by me. So it was really a labor of love, and it was really a great moment to be able to show people food from my eyes,
Yeah.
food from my experience, and food Tregaye's Way. Before I did Tregaye's Way, I've been in television for years, and a lot of times with other networks, it wasn't necessarily my
Yeah.
thing. It was my thing, but I would have to like do recipes that maybe they wanted me to write,
Yeah.
and things like that. But at the end of the day, Oprah gave me that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To
A
say, hey,
blessing.
this is all your thing. You do whatever you want to do. It was like a 360 moment. So I was able to literally have it Tregaye's Way. It was awesome.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask, how is it being around Oprah, Lady O? Like, do you know how many people would love to meet Oprah?
You
What is that? What is that like?
I don't know. Because Tregaye's Way came out during pandemic.
Yeah.
Oprah normally meets everybody, but at the time Tregaye's Way came out, she really didn't want to in
Yeah.
person meet everybody. But email wise, she's cool.
Yeah.
I've spoken to her, but I have not been like in her presence, which I know is going to come soon.
Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
ultimately, I'm just grateful that she gave me the opportunity. She watched the show the whole way. She was always behind the scene the whole way. Out of the 4 activations that happened my show was the only one that got 2 seasons. So she
That's
loved it.
big.
It was awesome. It was really, really awesome. So you know what, whether I seen her face to face or not, I was
Yeah.
grateful for the opportunity she gave me.
Well, I love that you highlighted that because even with me, um, just because you don't physically meet a person, it
Mhm.
still feels personable for them to even communicate with you in any form.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's big. Um, what? I mean, it's Oprah, but
Yeah.
so
So I mean, right. It's like, how can I complain? Literally, when you go stream and you go watch Prime TV, my face pops up like this.
ah,
And I sit home sometimes and I'm on Prime and I'm looking for a movie or
yeah.
I'm looking for a TV show, and it's so interesting when my husband will be trying to search so we can cuddle and watch some TV, and he'll be like, "Oh, who's that? You want to watch this?" And then I look and it's me and I'm like, "Stop playing."
Okay, I'll be like, maybe I don't know.
Maybe. But yeah, it's pretty awesome to see. That's the show that I still have. Cake Alikes. We did a season, but it did well. It could
Uh
have done
huh.
better, but it was cool. I did that with Kayla Nally and Natalie Sizer. So I've done a lot of episodes, a lot of shows, but Tregaye's Way is still going strong. So I'm excited about that.
I love that
Mhm.
for you. So fast forward a little bit. Congratulations on winning season 12's Food Network star. That must have opened some amazing doors for you. Like you already had it going, but something like that. And I saw the reaction. I
Mhm.
was just like, I could feel it through
Yeah.
just watching because that's something that hard work paid off type of feeling. I can't believe this. Yeah, I'm here, but who would have thought type of thing. So what did that really feel like just to internalize that?
Um, you know what? I mean, at the time, it was a big deal. That's literally what launched my television career. I'd done a few competition shows, but I knew at that time that that was going to be like the thing that catapulted me to the next level.
Yeah.
Actually, in my book, I wrote the story about like the whole experience, and then the story of the little black dress that's also in my book. But it was literally like I was doing a lot of competition shows, and Then I was just like, dang, I want to be on Food Network Star. Why they didn't call me? I was like, it's okay, they're
Right.
gonna call me, and I'm gonna be on the show anyway.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, they called me. Beat Bobby Flay, Cutthroat Kitchen, and Food Network Star. And of course, I chose Food Network Star because I get a job.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time they were like, well, send in your wardrobe and send in what you want to do or whatnot. What you want to wear,
Yeah.
or we'll provide it. But I don't like people dressing me, so I was like, no, I'll pick something. So I went to the store, and at the time, yeah, I was so broke, and girl, I had no damn money.
I
Okay,
get it.
and
I
so
get
I
it.
was in the store, and it was this dress, and the dress was $500. But everything about the dress said, "This is the dress I'm gonna wear when I win."
Yes, you felt it.
Mind you, I still got 2 months to go out and shoot and try, and it's not a guarantee. And I remember just saying, just put the dress in the
Yeah.
bag before I change. But I
Yeah.
don't even know how I paid my bills later because all my bills was due. But I said I figure it out.
Yes.
And it was the dress that I wore when I became the only African American woman to win Food Network Star. But the thing about it, it was a journey. It was very hard because I was in a space where, you there was nobody like me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody talked like me. Nobody looked like me. I mean, nobody came from where I came
Yeah.
from. I got a little country twang. I use ebonics a lot. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like I'm real homegirl.
Yeah.
I'm real homegirl. I'm proud of it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it was like, but in that space, I just had to learn to be okay with being
Yeah.
myself. And before I got to that space, I had been down so many times by people I looked up to and telling me I was too loud and too ghetto and uncouth and this and that.
Wow.
I mean, a mentor of mine told me that right before I got out there, you loud, ghetto, uncouth. But then when I came back after winning Cutthroat Kitchen and Guys Grocery Games, oh, now all of a sudden I'm the best. He would tell everybody he taught me everything I know.
Huh.
And so it's like he didn't change his mind about me. I changed his mind about me by
Yes.
10 toes on who I am. And just like he thought I was loud, ghetto, and uncouth, the network thought that I was spunky, fresh, new, fun, exciting. So it was like these are all the things. So it's kind of like I had to just constantly stay in my power, constantly just believe that it's just okay to
Yes.
just be myself. Like it's
Yes.
okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to say, hey friends. It's okay to say, okay,
Right.
girl. It's okay to say clock it. It's
Boom.
okay. Because
Yeah.
that's who I am, and I had to be okay with that. And it's real easy to look at my coworkers. I mean, my coworkers are Bobby Flay and
I want to meet
Giada.
him so bad, girl, because he can cook his little tail off. And I'll
Yes,
be like, Bobby, I
yes,
can't meet you, but I definitely want to eat off everybody's board. Like what you got over there. We'll bring it out and put it out on one plate. When
yes,
I say this is amazing, like I said, for you to be so for real at what you do, so passionate, and it's almost like who ain't coming in there? Who ain't gonna be able to do this? Oh yeah, I can, because I'm gonna show you. And for you to be just so strong in how you feel about it, I think I got chills almost. I don't know. But I love it. I love it. And everything that I've seen that you've done, I'm just looking for more. I'm just like, what's next? What's next? What's next? Because you have to
yes,
root for the girls. You
yes,
have to root for the girls.
yeah. You know what I will say too? Like, I always try to leave this with people because I think people don't understand, especially with me getting back into
Yeah.
television soon and doing these new projects. I've been on a little television hiatus. One, because TV is different. They're doing a lot of streaming now. And two, um, I just really wanted to nurture my business for a
Yeah.
while. And now that I'm going back into that world, and I do have a show coming up, I will say that when people like me start to promote things like TV
Yeah.
shows, it's very important for the community to support it and watch it. Not just like the post on
Yeah.
Instagram, not just, oh girl, good job. This is awesome. No. Turn it to the turn it to the channel.
Yeah.
Even if you're at home, just let it run.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, because the networks, the ratings are what keep us going. And it's kind of like this. I shouldn't have been the only African American woman to win Food Network Star. I shouldn't have been the first. There should have been many more before me.
Yeah.
So when I kick the door down for you, it's important that everyone immediately floods and runs in after
Yeah,
me.
for
But
sure.
the only way that we're going to be able to continue to rise up and grow in that space is if we're supported, because if they give us the opportunity to do something that's never been done before and they say, you know what, our network's going to give you a chance.
Mm-hmm.
If we get the ratings, if we don't get what it is we need,
Yeah.
you know, and we don't see those ratings, what they're going to say is, oh, well, it didn't work, so we'll just
Next.
go on to what we were doing.
Uh-huh.
And what that does is now you don't have the opportunity to become another Black woman that
Yeah.
won. You don't have the opportunity to be another food show on OWN or this or that. Because what we've shown as a community is that it doesn't work,
Yeah.
right? Because they don't look at the Instagram post, they look at the ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeping that in mind, because I think a lot of people don't know how to support, and they don't know how to support, like, shall I say, in a real way.
Uh-huh.
So
Agreed.
that is the way, and it's okay. It's not that they don't want to. I think they just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so for anyone that you know that's in television, that's how you can support them in a real way. DVR, turning it on, watching it, telling
Yeah.
everybody to watch it, having launch parties, promoting it, posting it. This is how we stay in the room.
Yeah.
We are going to always have to keep coming in and kicking down doors if we don't support each other.
Absolutely.
As it's just what it is.
Absolutely. I love that you touched on all of that because it's so true. It's so real. And, like you said, support. And that's the least you can do is turn it on, take a look, share it, tell other people to listen, give your feedback, give your insight. Did you say so and so? Because she cooked this and did, whatever. Um, but it's really easy to do. And like you said, if you're pushing me and giving me a
Mm-hmm.
little room to move around, guess who else is coming with me? All these other people that want to do it too. So you're not just supporting me, you're supporting the team. You're supporting the culture. So that's very important. I like that you said that.
Thank you. Is it too much
Literally.
background noise? Are you
Huh?
good? Is it too much background noise? Can you hear my background?
I can hear mine. I think my husband's doing something with some brakes or something.
No,
So
I
I
know.
don't
I
know.
can hear mine, so I just wanted to
Oh
make sure you
no.
couldn't hear it. Okay.
So I know that you talked about vegan options in your cookbook. I've already said I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I gotta get Chris's book too. You
Mm-hmm.
guys, it's just so much black girl power going on. I want to support everybody and just grab everything at once. But you know how it works in real time. Let me get this one first, then this one, because we are regular smuggler people. So, but I'm definitely willing to support everybody. Um, so what are some fun facts about Tregaye that people think they know, but they don't really know? Or something that you want them to know?
A lot of people don't know that I'm introverted a little bit. Like when I'm out, I
I
don't
didn't
really,
get, well, mm,
yeah. Because I'm so like on TV,
yeah, yeah,
but in real life, I'm kind of like,
yeah.
huh?
Don't, what's your
I'm
sign? That's just for the people
a
to know.
Virgo. I'm a
Okay.
Virgo.
Shout
So
out to
in
the
real life, I'm kind of
Virgos.
very observant. I'm kind of very, you know, oh, huh?
It looks like you probably smile a lot, but you really could be a little,
Yeah.
not really shy per
So
se,
it's just
but
because I do big stages in front of thousands of people and shows, and I'm loud and I'm this,
yeah.
but just in my personal time, I'm kind of like, hey, girl.
Okay.
But when
Just
I'm
do a
with my
little
friends, girl,
temper.
I have a ball now. When I'm with my friends, I do have a ball. I am very adventurous. And I
Okay.
am the one in the group that's going to make us do the wildest things, knowing that I'm the scaredest one. But
Right.
it's always going to be my idea. And I'm going to make everybody else do it as if I'm not scared.
Right.
But really, I'm deep down in my soul, I'm scared to death.
Right.
But
Like, why am I here?
why do I do this to myself every
Yeah.
time? But for some reason, it's exciting. So,
I know how that is, though. I'm always the hype girl, but then on the
yeah,
inside, I'm like, why the hell we up here? Who
yeah,
told me to do this?
yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So with my personal friends, I will say that much about me. What else? I mean, that's pretty much it. Other than that, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I like to hang out with the kids. I'm a homebody. I'm super chill. I don't
Yeah.
really go out to restaurants a whole lot. I like to cook. I'm a relaxed person. I'm a
Okay.
workaholic. I work a lot. So
Because, hey, when I say you probably got tennis shoes on 95% of your life, so you can get to where you got to go, even photo shoots, you probably dress down and have on them tennis shoes. Like, I got somewhere to go after this. Let's do it.
every
You know what I'm
time,
saying?
every
Yeah,
time. Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
But, yeah. That's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
I think it's pretty
So,
much
you do
all.
have some amazing
I
things
tell
coming up.
everybody everything, so I think everybody already know everything else, I think.
Right, because we watching and they watching. And I know that you have a lot of amazing things coming up, and I definitely want to be able to be a part of that journey, just to follow and see what's next for you, see where you're elevating, what you're on to. Like I said, I'm a supporter, I'm a fan, and I'm hungry. And so when I get back down to Atlanta, I'm definitely gonna find me something to eat. I'm gonna pull up on you. I'm gonna tell you I'm coming.
Yeah.
And other than that, listen, thank you so much for carving out time in your busy schedule, your busy life setup to talk to me. Shout out to Christina, my girl. She's like a big sister, for even putting a bug here and here and here, just trying to uplift a sister.
Yeah.
But so proud. I hope you guys enjoy where you're at. Is there anything you want to tell everybody as far as reiterating where they can find you, purchase your cookbook, anything like that? Oh, and you are a teacup officially now, just because you've been on here. But go ahead.
Yeah. You know what? Everybody just head over to Amazon and grab my cookbook, Kitchen Conversations with Chef Tregaye. If you want any products or merchandise, you can go to cheftregaye.com or tregaysplace.com. Check out both websites because there's surprises on one that's not on the other one. I did that on purpose.
Okay.
Um, what else? Check out Tregaye's Way on Prime and make sure you guys come down to Auburn Angel and enjoy happy hour on Thursdays, dinner Wednesday through Saturday from 5 to 10 is dinner. Happy hours are Thursday from 4 to 10. And then starting March 4th, make sure you are down there for this breakfast lunch because it's going to be everything. I'm talking about brown stew catfish over yellow grits. I'm talking about banana pudding pancakes. I'm
Now I
talking
saw
about
that.
it's gonna be everything. It's gonna be everything. So y'all don't wanna miss that March 4th and definitely March 7th. You can go ahead and make reservations for March 7th for the Wild Game Night. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be a true food experience, and I can't wait to see y'all there.
Everybody make sure that you guys are following Chef Tregaye. Be everywhere she say be, so that way you can get all the latest tea on what's going on. All these amazing recipes that she's constantly coming up with. Make sure that you are purchasing her seasonings. Like I told y'all before in the beginning, it's Tregaye's. I'm so sorry because I ain't gonna flip this paper back over. That's so tacky. Where can they purchase the cookbook and the seasonings?
The cookbook you can get from Amazon,
Okay.
and any products you can get from cheftregaye.com.
Okay, that's what it was. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Tika. Um, like I said, thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys have a wonderful time in the mountains. Yeah, I got the tea on where y'all at. But definitely, I will support big on it. If I need to send you a quick text like, hey, where y'all at tonight? Because I'm hungry. I'm sure that it's okay here and there. But again, love and light to all of you guys. And thank you again for the opportunity. And as I tell everybody, at the end of every show, even if it's on my audio, which can be streamed everywhere. Always make sure you keep enough room in your teacups for new tea. Gotta let Miss Tregaye go so she can do whatever she need to do to rejuvenate and refresh. Okay. But thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.